Jesus says there's never a reason to be angry. That doesn't mean that you're not going to get angry, but if all events are neutral, what is there to get angry about? Well, there was some loss, and so we're entitled to be angry. At the end of the day, there is an aspect within us that never experiences loss. There is an aspect within us that never experiences anger. There's an aspect within us that never judges. And so it's natural and easy for that aspect of us to say, well, of course, all events are neutral, because they are. There's never a reason to be angry because the only thing that's real is love. And why would you be angry about love? You might be angry if you imagine that you could be separated from it and somebody could withhold it from you or take it from you or do something to cause you to feel loveless. But that's not real either, because we are not, our true reality is not what the world defines it to be. You know, somebody that when I look back at how God was defined for me and made to be for me when I was younger, I literally left the church because I'm like, why would I worship an entity that is vengeful and wrathful and jealous and will take people away from me, relationships being severed? Because once you begin to, this is the thing that's, to me, is just worth the effort, is that once you begin to accept the true principles, the principles of truth, the principles that, instead of making God up in our image, because there's not one of us here that doesn't know somebody or maybe has judged ourselves as judgmental and could act out with rage or hatred or violence, right? Wrathful, vengeful, jealous. I mean, sounds like if God made up us in that image, then it makes sense that we would say, yeah, God made us in that image. But that's not what God is. We made God up in our image, because the aspect of us that's living and experiencing and going through this human experience uninformed of its true, the bigger part of who and what we are, the aspect of us that is the wholeness of who and what we are, until somebody taps us on the shoulder and said, hey, did you know, have you heard? I went through decades in my life never knowing that there was even a choice to step back and practice some forbearance, and to step back and practice some forgiveness. And what I've come to understand now, after, it takes a little while. For me, I'm a slow learner. So it's been like 25 years I've been knocking at this door going, what's the truth? What's the truth? What's the truth? What's the truth? If you keep asking the question, it will reveal itself to you. Doesn't mean you're going to like the answer, because it's going to fly in the face of what the world is saying. This is the truth. People are suffering. People, and you're supposed to sacrifice to get God's attention, yada yada. Jesus said that sacrifice is as far from God as you can be. You're heading off in the wrong direction. When we begin to accept at least what's going on, when it's in our backyard, we say, oh, we pay attention. But it's going on all the time, because that's what this experience is showing us, is that we are creating an experience that is not in alignment with truth. And the world is reflective. And so when we do it, when we hold thoughts of judgment, when we hold thoughts of fear, when we hold thoughts of guilt, when we hold thoughts of blame, when we hold thoughts of all those small egoic thoughts, it manifests. See, the earth, Gaia, this planet, is an entity. Everything is alive. There's nothing that's not. The chair you're sitting on and it loves you. It's supporting you. Oh, it's just a chair. There is nothing that is not alive. There is nothing that is not of God. Nothing. It can't exist. It doesn't exist because everything is of God. Everything we could possibly experience is of God. The essence of it is of God. That doesn't mean that we don't take that essence and manipulate it or twist it and turn it into something that it's not and then say, oh, that's not good, right? And so even the body can't exist extremely long time in this dimension because we're trying to do something that's impossible, literally. Live forever in an existence that's not real. So all of this is just here to teach us, and we're here to learn. If we don't know what's right or wrong, then we have to forgive the part of ourselves, that mind, that is innocent in its assumptions and in its practice of giving things meaning because it doesn't really know. It just can't know.